Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Look, it has been a while since we posted an MSC Tune video, and that is for a big reason. Not only have we been having a dyno room being built, we've still been testing while they've been building, but I wanted to show you something, just prove some things real quick. We are at 163 pulls on the dyno testing our tunes. We're going to talk about all that in a little bit, but man, listen, we put countless hours on this dyno to make these tunes just right for you. Let me show you something else. This is all the ones we've been testing. We've got a 2019 UFORCE 1000, 2021, 2022, and then of course my 2022 UFORCE 1000. Been testing every one of these to get this tune just right. So listen, when you get an MSC tune, it isn't just something we've thrown together. I can guarantee you that. Man, these tunes are awesome. We invest a lot of time and effort in this. And also I want to talk about our partnership with Performance by Circap, Mr. JP. He is the official tuner for the CFMOTO racing team in Europe. And I don't know if y'all are following them, but y'all need to follow the CFMOTO racing team. They are doing an awesome job competing on the CFMOTOs, and JP is their tuner, and he is who we work with for all of the MSC tunes. I've mentioned his name several times in the videos, and he is the one that we work with, the partnership that we have. But the thing is the European tunes do not work in the USA models. So what we have to do, we wire in and talk and communicate and share information. We test and we make changes, and boy, it is crazy what all goes in to this tuning stuff. And listen, it is top notch, the best you can get. There are times where we get some increases, but we don't just settle with a little bit of increase. We do everything we can to maximize and optimize the tune. It is increasing your performance. And listen, we had a breakthrough moment on the 2021, 2020, and 2019 model UFORCE 1000s. So let's talk about that real quick. You know, on the 2022 models, they came out with this mode switch. They call it normal and work. And that was great because in normal mode, it dampens the throttle input and it causes the machine to be a little smoother when you don't really want to be aggressive, when you're not recreational riding, and you just, it's basically the eco mode in a ZFORCE 950. But then when you turn it to work mode, it's like putting it in sport mode on a ZFORCE 950. So we were able to optimize this setting in the UFORCE 1000 on the 2022 models with our tunes. And what we did was we dampened the throttle and made it even smoother in the normal mode. And then in the work mode, of course, we gain more torque and more horsepower, and you're going to really like the results I'm going to show you in a little bit. But what we were going for is, many of you want the smoothest ride possible, and that's what we're giving you with this tune. And having the mode switch, we're able to give you more performance in work mode and make it super smooth at the same time when you go to normal mode. So that is awesome to have those switches. But for all of you with the 2021 model and older, there was no switch. I don't know if you remember my video back when I had a 2021 model and we installed a sport and eco switch, and we were basically installing it. We knew it didn't work, but we wanted to prove that all it did was change the, let's show you, all it did was change, you see where it says, let me zoom in, see where it says E? That stands for eco, and then it changes to S, which is sport. But we tested it and ran it, and it actually didn't register with the ECU. It just changed the gauge by installing that switch. We're going to show you how to install that switch in a little bit anyways. But listen, now that we have the tuning capability, and we worked countless hours with JP, with Performance by Surcap in Finland, and we finally got it to work. So all of you with the 2021 models and older, great news is with the MSC Tune, you're going to get a switch, and you now have the same capabilities that's in the 2022 model, and you get more performance in sport mode, more horsepower, more torque, and then you flip that joker to eco mode when you're just cruising around. You want it to be as smooth as possible. Put her in eco mode. If the wife is driving, or you're just easing around the yard, whatever, that's going to be the mode that you're going to want to use, and it dampens the throttle and is just super smooth, and that's what we're super excited about. We also got it to work in the 2019 model, and we're going to show you the 2020 model. It's just not right here at the moment of this film. So listen, I know I'm taking a little bit longer in this video, but just trying to make sure you understand what goes into this. We work our tails off to give you the best. Like I said, we've put 163 runs on the dyno on a UFORCE in the UFORCE 1000 profile. So, and we've tested many different tunes to get to this final product for the 2019 to 2021, and then also the 2022. So, hey, enough talking. Let's get to some results. I'm going to show you some trail riding smoothness, what we were going for on the UFORCE 1000 with the work mode and normal mode, and I'm going to show you the results of one of these units running on the dyno and show the stock and performance that you gain with the tune, and also show how the switch works and show you how to install it. So enough talking for me, let's get to the action. Alright, Mr. Joel, we got to show these people how to install the switch, because if you're an owner of a 2019, 2020, or 21 model UFORCE 1000 and you get the tune, of course you're going to have to get the switch as well, but I'm sure you're going to be excited about it. So we're going to show you how to do it on the 2019 model.
You're just going to pop whichever insert you want out.
So pick your slot, cut that out, pop the switch in.
Straight in.
Just straight in, and it snaps in. It has tabs behind the switch that grabs it, and it'll be ready to go. You'll hear it pop in like that. Now you pop this this out, right?
Yeah,
it just has tabs. Just pry back and it just pops straight out.
There's two rubber boots down here. It's going to be this bigger one with more plugs in it. But on this 19 model, this is the one we're going to use. But it just plugs straight into it.
Okay.
I think you can even see it. It's too short.
It's up, yeah. So grab that plug.
Let me plug it up and then you can look at it.
Could they accidentally plug it into the wrong?
No, it'll only go into one.
It only goes into one of those plugs, and that's on the 2019 model. And we're going to show you something a little bit different on the. Yeah. So there you go. You just plug that in, and it snaps in. Everything's good to go. And that's a 3-wire plug anyhow. So
yeah.
Not all of those are there 3, and like Joel said, it only fits one of those plugs. It's already just hanging in there behind that storage box in the middle console. So, and then that's it.
That's just snaps right in.
Boom, done. That's what I'm talking about. So now, a little bit different with the 2021 model, so we'll show you that right now. Okay, so in the 2021 model, Joel's going to show us what to do there.
Switch is popped in already.
Yeah.
It's the same switch.
It's just the plugs that's different.
Down here in this, it's this 3-wire plug.
Okay, so it's a, is that the only one that looks like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's that skinnier 3-wire plug that's behind the center console pop out, and just got to get it.
Okay, and then you can hook this up backwards though.
Yeah.
But the top here where it's got the ribs down the top of it, this one also will too. And
okay.
Just make sure they're both turned the same way.
Okay. and then that'll go in. And with this particular plug, there's not tabs to hold it in place, right?
No.
So what you have to do there is secure it with a zip tie, or you could electrical tape it, but you can put a zip tie around the two ends of the plug and hold that together.
But it'll hold itself together, but
yeah,
not riding itself.
Right. This is just for added security so it never pops on out. So he's going to work that through the wires and to where the zip tie is only pressing against the plastic and hold the two plugs together. Now you can do that however you would like to secure it, but that's how we like to do it. And you can even put some electrical tape as well. So that's that. Put the insert back in and your switch is installed. And of course you will show everybody where the ECU is on the UFORCE. It's pretty obvious, but pop up the seat.
Right here.
You will unplug these plugs. There's a tab and then you just flip them over. Okay, yeah,
Mash
just
the
show
button, and then these will spin.
Yeah, just spin those and that's how you pull it out. So don't try to pull it out until all you have to do is operate that.
Here's the button.
Yeah, there's a little tab. Press that in and then slide that out, and that's what actually pulls it out. You don't have to actually pull on it. And I do that on both sides.
It'll pull itself back in.
Yep. Put it in, then start sliding it over like he said, and it will snap itself in. And then there is 4 10mm bolts, and you'll undo those and you will ship that to Main Street Cycle. Of course, when you contact or order it on the website, will they hear from you?
Yeah, I'll contact you and let you know what you need to do after that.
And then it will get shipped out.
Switch back in with a computer on the way back.
Yeah. You'll get a switch if you have a 2019, 2020, or 2021. You will receive your switch with your ECU after Joel has tuned your ECU, and the switch will come with it in the package. And then all you have to do is install the switch, then install your ECU, and you'll get these results. All right, so we're in high gear. We are in eco mode. Joel is going to find a steady position on the throttle and keep it at one position and never change his foot. And we're just going to show the difference in the two modes.
That's wide open.
Alright, so we're in eco. We're going to flip it. Ready? Hopefully you can hear it on the microphone. Way we can on camera on how this switch works. So Joel is cruising in low gear now, and we are at 10 miles an hour, or we're going to get to 10, or just wherever. He's going to keep his foot at a steady pace. Alright, we're at 11, that's fine. So we're in eco, he's not going to move his foot. Here we go. Again, we're just showing you how the modes work in the 2021, 2020, and 2019 model with the switch. So I know many of you are going to be super excited about that. Now we'll show you some dyno runs of the performance gain in sport mode, or if you have a 2022 model, what you gain in the work mode, which is sport mode. So we're going to show you that now, and then I'm going to show you some trail differences in the smoothness of eco and sport. So let's get at it. right, check out these results, guys. So on the stock run, 57.5 horsepower. That's this stock UFORCE 1000 stock tire, stock clutch, stock everything. 57.5 horsepower and 854 on the dyno torque. Then we put the tune in, and y'all just saw that run. 60.3 horsepower and 905 on the torque. You can see the torque on the punch, how it just stays on top all the way through the run with the tune. The horsepower stays on top all the way. Great results. We actually ran a few of these runs back to back, repeatability. Super excited about this tune, guys. So that is in work mode, of course, which is kind of like the ZFORCE's sport mode. And then you flip it to normal mode, and you know I'm already addressing that in the other part of the film. So in normal mode, that's where you're going to get your super smooth, nice and easy throttle mapping and very nice smooth drivability. You still get good smoothness with the work mode, but you're getting all the power. So one of the parts that we worked on the most was the actual feeling that the driver will have behind the wheel of their UFORCE 1000 with this MSC Tune. Inside the ECU software, there's a lot of things, a lot of parameters. You got different ones for low gear mapping, high gear mapping, all that kind of stuff, and we worked on all of those to give you the absolute best tune possible. We got some uneven ground over here where it's washed out on each side of the road, and I'm just going to ease through here. First, we're in low gear, and we're in normal mode, and my foot is somewhat bouncing on the throttle, and it's not giving that jerking feel. You know, when you're riding and you're kind of bouncing on some rough spots and your foot will bounce on the throttle and surge the machine. Well, we worked on getting that taken out. Let's go over here where it's a little bit rougher. All right, I'm going to pick up the pace. See the machine's hitting uneven ground. We'll go over these ruts here, and it's just a smooth throttle input. It's not surging. Engine braking is great. This is in low gear. I'm going to go off this, pick up the pace, go over these ruts. I had just a little bit of a bounce on the throttle there, but no surge. Alright, so that's something we can't show you on the dyno, you know, what you're going to actually feel in the machine. And so that's what's most impressive, is what when you get your tune from MSC, what you're going to actually feel in the machine. But I'm also thankful for the dyno, because we can actually prove what we're doing, and we're not afraid to show you all the results of our tunes. You know, that's why we take our time and work on them. And there's some that we've worked on and we're still working on, and we don't want to release it until we're super satisfied with it, because we want you satisfied with it. Now we're going to go to work mode, and here we were going for performance. For those of you that are, you know, trying to use this as strictly recreation and get all the power you can and just cutting up, having a good time, but still make it smooth and usable, we were able to do that. So we're in work mode now. Engagement's nice. We're in low gear. Now it's going to be a little more sensitive because we didn't hold back the power. You got all the power in work mode. Yeah, that's a beast. Let's go down trying to pull the load, it's nice and smooth. But if you get into the throttle, you got all the horsepower possible with stock clutching and all that. But if you add the clutch kit, even better. And of course, high gear, it'll get after it. Hey, Dylan.
What's up?
Man, where can these people get this tune at?
MainStreetCycle.com.
Man, we got some of the best tires and wheel selection at the best prices. Where can they get these tires from?
Main Street Cycle.